And good afternoon, racing fans. Welcome to Hawthorne Racecourse for a Sunday afternoon of thoroughbred action. Jim Miller and Emily Gullikson down here in our mezzanine level studio on a gorgeous Sunday here in the Chicagoland area. Sunny skies, temperatures in the 70s. Fast track, firm on the turf. The turf course got rolled this morning, Emily. We're running the turf races in increasing distances throughout the course of the day. We go 5, 5.5, 7.5 mile, and a mile and a 16th. But it's a very good card today from top to bottom.
I saw that as soon as you put out the entries and I looked at the overnights, I sent you a text message and I said, nice job on the card. It was just awesome right from the jump. And there's very few scratches today, and even the few scratches really make the race an even more challenging puzzle than it already was from a different standpoint. Smile at the Storm being one of those, taking out some of the speed. So really great card top to bottom.
Baby races early on the card. The first 3 races on the card are all for 2-year-olds, 2 on the turf, 1 on the main track. But yeah, the whole day, just a good solid card. Not a whole lot of heavy favorites today, and might be seeing a couple of favorites that could get upset as well too. It is opening day of the NFL season, and hopefully
that's
the
why you're
beloved.
wearing the top. It all makes sense now.
It's great. It gives me a shot to not have to dress up quite as much.
I love it. I think you should, show your character and represent your community, and that's exactly what's going on.
Cheer for our team, good, bad, and different. They start out a little slowly.
I learned something about the Bears, why they got their name.
What?
It's because the Cubs were already named, and they wanted the Bears to be, the Bears is football, so it's bigger and tougher. So
really?
That's why they're Bears and not, it's because of the Cubs.
That's got to be the reason why they literally just blocked a punt and scored a touchdown. So this is going to be a day where the defense has to do all of the work for the Bears. But yeah, we're going to get big. They're going to get mean. I like it. I love that you're doing a little bit of historical research on it, Emily.
That's what I know about sports.
There you go. So
I'll
you
try
have
to
the
find
Cubs,
something for the rest of the way.
The Cubs, and then the Bears.
Yes.
So, but hey, 17-10 now they're back in the game, so that's a great thing. You know what is also a great thing, this card today? We kick things off on the turf in the opener. 5/8 of a mile on the firm turf course, maiden 2-year-olds here to start the day. You get a field of 8 to line up. Scratch the 4, Baby Boat. Scratch the 10, Tap Bazaar's Temper. You're looking right there at the 8 horse. That is Executor. This one from the barn of Chris Block. Currently your 5-2 favorite. Overall, though, this is just a good, solid field. But let's start with Executor here in the opener.
He's definitely one I wanted to get a look at, and obviously getting a look at the board is key. And it's one of those where 5-2 makes sense for the connections, has a steady work tab. Orlando Mujica aboard, which is the main rider for the barn, so checks all the boxes in terms of being capable. You just now have to wonder that, is this kind of live money, or is this where the public is just defaulting to?
Right.
Certainly capable in here, but I thought this opening race was very tough.
Yeah, I thought it was very tough
good,
too.
Though. We're not seeing the full horse, but just what we're getting a look at. He looks very good.
I originally was on Baby Boat, so with that one out, it completely threw my race for a loop here. I scratched into Executor. You know the horse is going to like the turf. The question is 5 furlongs going to be the distance, or are they truly want to go longer and maybe go 7.5 or a mile? But this is what you're going to see first. Start out. Now you see the horse on the walk. He's a great looking racehorse here. So if looks could win a race, this is a horse that would win right there. But Executor right now currently sitting as your 5-2 favorite here in race number 1. Now let's look to the 5 horse. That's Good to Be Prince. Good to Be Prince at 9-2 on the board. This one comes from the barn of trainer Larry Ravelli. David Cohen getting the call today on Good to Be Prince. This is a horse that's been working forwardly here towards the debut. They're getting saddled down there at the end of the paddock, but this is a horse that made a decent impression coming in as expected. Blinkers for the debut as well. What do you think we're going to see out of Good to Be Prince?
Well, I think the board could be a little bit of a tell in here. It's 4-1 is the second choice, but it's kind of a scramble for who's going to be second off of Exeter. I'm struggling to say that. But Good to Be Prince has a steady local works. You know Larry Ravelli's very good with these younger runners, especially in turf sprinters. No balls. He's had so many good runners on the turf. This is another one, makes a very good appearance in here. Could be a little bit cold just based on being the second choice right now for this outfit, but tough to knock, has a half-mile bullet on August 25th. Main rider David Cohen aboard, and again, another one that makes a very positive appearance.
He does. He looks very good there in the paddock, sitting at 4-1 on the board. Now the 6 horse right there on your screen is Journey. Journey right now at that 4-1 price. This one from the barn of Michelle Boyce already has a race under his belt. He debuted on the main track, chased the pace in there early on, ended up losing to a stablemate in Indyville. I was high on him that day. Now they shift over to the turf. What do you make of the chances here of Journey today?
I wanted to see a little bit more from Journey. Granted, they pushed their stablemate front-running winner, as you mentioned. There was minimal change in running order, but this just could be a tougher group. And a a lot of times I give the edge to experience, but I think in this case, there's just a lot of new faces that are going to jump up. I'd say of the horses that have run, Journey's Gotta Look, same thing with number 1, Leo's Wish, who opened with some early money. But yeah, I just was leaning more towards the new faces, a bigger type. Maybe we'll appreciate a little bit more ground when that's possible.
Yeah, when you talk about some of the new faces, what about the 9 horse on the outside? That's Holden Michael. This is an Illinois foal, trained by Wayne Catalano. Rashawn Blanche gets the call today. I don't mind the outside at all, especially for the 2-year-olds and on the turf sprints. With the rail all the way out, you are going to have to get tucked in to save a little bit of ground, but getting a little bit of backing here currently at 6-1.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if some of that's just for the connections alone. Getting a look at him right now, he looks fine from a physical standpoint, but just doesn't look as fit as the other 2 that we mentioned, going out for Ravelli and Chris Block. Looks fine though overall. Maybe we'll need a race. There are some gaps in the published work tab, and that made me a little bit hesitant on Holden Michael, just based on what I saw on paper.
Yeah, the horse I put in 3rd here was the 2. That's Royal Bro. This is the other Jimmy DeVito runner in here. This one with a couple of starts under his belt. Debuted at 3/4. Wasn't a bad effort. He made up a lot of ground in that spot. I guess that's the one thing that only concerns me a little bit is you can't get too far back in these turf sprints, especially over a firm course. Wonder how this one will take to the grass today.
That was my same concern as well, as he's been off the pace going longer, and now he's going to be shortening up, and what kind of trip. And you could see he's a very good sized horse right there, that maybe this could be a little bit short for him.
Yeah, the 7 is Royal and Ready. Tanner Tracy has this one today, 15-1. Tanner, a lot of the horses at Prairie Meadows, they don't have turf though. So if you need turf, you got to come here to Hawthorne. You get a look at that one right there on the screen. 16-1, the longest price on the board right now. That surprised me a little because Tanner Tracy has done very well throughout the course of the meet. What do you think with Royal and Ready?
I think that's very surprising as well. It's another one that makes a very positive appearance, not only with the barn sending out live runners, but you get a strong hand in Julio Felix aboard. That's another positive sign. But the board seems very chilly right now, 16-1.
Yeah, chilly at 16-1 on that one, but not quite as chilly on the 3, Probable 10. This is the one from the barn of James Chapman. Rachel Slavinsky riding today. 2 starts at Colonial. It's weird to see. This horse made 2 starts at Colonial. They were both on the dirt because almost everything is turf over there at Colonial. But that Probable 10, a horse that 9-1 on the board.
He has had some gait issues in each and every start, completely missing the break back at Keeneland, and it has been slow. Now, maybe the turf will help a little bit, but off those races, just another one that I preferred to see a new face in here, and we'll see. We'll see how he handles the turf and the circuit switch. They could just be looking for a wake-up. This barn will also run right back on short rest.
Yeah, we'll see how things unfold here as riders are getting a leg up for the opener. Start of the 50-cent early pick 5. Good luck.
On the track for the Sunday opener, they'll go 5 furlongs on a firm turf course with the rails set at 20 feet out. Scratch 4, Baby Boat. Scratch 10, Tapazar's Temper. Field of 8, no jockey changes and overweights. Here they are. 1, Leo's Wish, Chris Amy riding. 2, Royal Bro will be handled by Ola Fernandez. 3, Probable 10, Rachel Slavinsky. 4, Scratch. 5, Good to Be Prince, David Cohen. 6 is Journey, Adamar Santos riding. 7, Royal and Ready, Julio Felix. 8, Executor, Orlando Mojica. 9 is Holden Michael with Rashawn Blanche. 10 is Scratched. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, superfecta. This race starts the rolling daily doubles, rolling pick 3s, the 50-cent early pick 5, and the $1 place pick 8. Remember, low takeout, just 12%. On win, play, show wagers, just 8% on the place pick 8 wager. We do urge you to make your selections early, 4 minutes to post for the first here at Hawthorne. Racing fans, little time remains for you to wager on today's first race here at Hawthorne. One of 5 turf races today. Just a gorgeous day here in the Chicagoland area for the race and, of course, football. We have 9 races. As I mentioned, 5 turf races. Just one carryover pool today. The 9th race has a high 5 carryover of $796. No win to speak of as of now. Dirt track fast, turf is firm. We do thank you for joining us wherever it may be across the betting network. If you don't have a program handy, the rails are set at 20 feet out on the turf course today. Close to starting time for race 1. We do thank you for joining us wherever it may be across this vast betting network of Hawthorne Racecourse. Moving towards the gate, just about a minute here at Hawthorne. Racing fans are at the starting gate for today's first race here at Hawthorne. First of 9 on the Sunday program. First race, one of 5 turf races today. Horses on to the turf course to begin the loading procedure. Last 2 to go in will be Good to Be Prince and Holden Michael. Good to Be Prince going in. Holden Michael will be the last to load. They're all in the gate. They're off. Slow start for Executor. Came away last. Fast start for Leo's Wish. Opens up a length and a half. Journey came away well to be second. Good to Be Prince third. Inside Royal Bro fourth. Royal and Ready out there fifth. Executor moves up in the sixth and now looking for racing room along the rail. Probable 10 is next and now the trailer is Holden Michael. And around the turn they go. It's Leo's Wish the leader by 3 lengths. Journey chasing second. Good to Be Prince third. Royal Bro is fourth and now swinging to the outside for room. Executor. Around the turn they're in the stretch. Leo's Wish comes off the turn a length and a half on top. Journey still chasing now. Journey gaining on the outside and Journey takes the lead a furlong out. Executor continues the rally on the outside. Royal Bro splitting horses, followed by Good to Be Prince. Leo's Wish dropping back. It's Journey with the lead. Royal Bro closing ground. Coming to the wire. Journey in front. Royal Bro second. Then it was Executor and Good to Be Prince. In today's first race, 6 Journey finished first, 2 Royal Bros second, 8 Executor third, 5 Good to Be Prince fourth. 6285 is posted. It's unofficial. 58.25 for the 5 furlongs on the grass. Returning as the official winner, 6 Journey. Journey is owned by SD Briley Limited Partnership of Stephen and Diana Holland, and Judy Denker. Michelle Boyce trains Adamar Santos, the winning rider. Journey is an Illinois foal, 2-year-old gelding by tourists of the Castle Mare, Kitty's Castle. Journey was bred in Illinois by his owner, SD Briley Limited Partnership. First race official, running time 58.25, prices in a moment. The $1 exact is $6.2, $10.60, 50-cent trifecta, $6.28, $16.30, 20-cent superfecta, $6.285, $14.70. Second race today has no changes. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, superfecta. Starts another daily double, another pick 3. Today's 50-cent early pick 4, no changes in race 2. Third race, scratch 5, Girls Night Out. 11, Daisy May Attack, will race. Fourth race, scratch 6, 2 Cookie Rule. Fifth race, no changes. Post time in 22 minutes at 2:42. 22 minutes to wager on the early pick four in all cases. Make your selections early. Thank you.
Journey, the winner of race number 1 on the grass, just able to hold on in the end, but I'll tell you, Royal Bro came charging at this one late. Executor from the barn of Chris Block, a little bit of a rough start, but that horse was full of run in the lane too.
That horse is one to follow, has serious ability, continued to gallop out after the wire, and that's after giving the field a head start.
Yeah.
Showed a ton of run, and worth mentioning Royal Bro as well, because it seems like everything DeVito's sending out right now is running lights out. From that first time starter that won at Kentucky Downs, has had a few here that are running huge, has a few on the Thursday card as well. So yeah, some very live runners from that barn to keep an eye on.
Yeah, definitely worth taking a look to all of those horses in there, but congratulations to the connections of the winner of race number 1 is Journey. Very game effort in the second career start. Here in race number 2, 2-year-olds once again, $25,000 maidens. They go 5.5 in this spot. Field of 6 to line up. You're taking a look right there at the 6. That's Richie's Golden Girl. This one, your 4-5 favorite, comes from the barn of Larry Ravelli. He's got 2 in here along with Catalog Queen. But let's start with this one, working forwardly towards the debut. I don't mind the outside draw by any means, especially with only 6 in the field.
And you would think that this is the one that they probably think a little bit highly of the 2, as she is entered for that higher 37.5 tag, where the stablemate Catalog Queen is entered for 25. That can sometimes be a tell, and Richie's Golden Girl is also favored in the doubles as well with Catalog Queen, the second choice. So I think that they think maybe a little bit more of this one, and that's why we're seeing the shorter price of the 2, and makes a good appearance.
Yeah, you get a look at her right there. Blinkers out for the blinkers on for the first time out, as expected. So that's a good thing to see out of Richie's Golden Girl, because I do expect you will see speed from the outside, and you have to be expected for Ravelli for those firsters. But this is a horse that just everything has basically been done right leading towards this debut. Right now, even money. The other Ravelli firster is the 2. That's Catalog Queen. We might as well touch right on that one next. To 9-2 on the board on this one. Orlando Mojica aboard today. Again, consistent works, not nearly as fast though as Richie's Golden Girl, but another one that makes a decent impression here in the paddock.
Yes, she definitely does. Looks very fit. Many from this barn often do. Currently seeing 5-1 on the board. Is the second choice in the double, so maybe that comes down a little bit. I preferred some others in here, but she would not surprise.
It wouldn't surprise me by any means either. Looks just fine here in the paddock. 5-1 on the board. Pretty good price. I like the looks of this one. Actually, I picked Catalog Queen second in this spot, but I think both Ravelli horses are definitely in with a big shot. Joel Campbell's got 2 in here, one of them being the 3. That's She Stopped Short. This one gets Alexis Centeno in the saddle today. 2 starts against Maiden Allowance Company early on. She's going to drop in for the tag today. A little bit of an improved effort in that last out after a tough start in that debut. I thought she had a big shot as she sits at 6-1 right now.
I think so as well. She's making her 3rd start. As you mentioned, she's improved race to race. I think this drop is the right move, just off the visuals, not quite on the maiden special weight level. Now, as we are getting a look at her right now, they did have the front reps first out. I wonder if they're just trying to be a little bit cheeky with that since she's in for the tag. I think she makes a lot of sense in here moving forward. It's another barn that's been sending out live runners as of late.
Yeah, I think she could put forth a pretty good effort as well, and we'll see what she shows us in this spot. And then you get the other Joel Campbell entrant, the 4. That's Racing the Light. This one making the debut, 19-1 on the board. Luis Colon aboard today. You do see a bullet drill, 3/8 and 36-1 back on August the 4th. Most recently, pretty good gate drill in 48-2 leading into the spot. The only question is whether or not they need a start coming into this debut. I'm surprised actually that the horse is this much overlooked on the board though at 19-1.
Yeah, the longest price on the board by quite a lot, which there's not as much separation when looking at the will pays. So we'll see, and she did take a little bit of support. I watched her work at the sale. I haven't seen any of those works here locally. I wish I had to match that, but she worked 10-2 back in May. I thought she was trying throughout the drill. I liked her from a visual standpoint, maybe not as fast, so we'll see how she stacks up on the track.
Yeah, we'll see kind of how things unfold for her in this spot, but right now, currently, 20-1 on the board. That is a little bit surprising, especially in this short field of 6. After that, the 1 horse right there is Kelly's Girl. Kelly's Girl at 5-1. This one from the barn of Hugh Robertson. Adamar Santos gets the call today. This is the Illinois bred 3-year-old here in for the 37.5 price tag. Being Illinois bred, you can run for that higher claiming tag. 5-1 on the board right now. I don't always like a horse debuting from the rail, but if you can get away in good order, then it could come to your advantage as well.
And the public doesn't really like that either. So
Right.
It is telling that she is getting some wagering support right now, both in the doubles and on the board. Could be a tell that she has some run, like you mentioned, and like Richie's Golden Girl racing for that higher allowance tag as an Illinois bred. The work should have her fit, pairing those gate drills coming into this race. Adamar Santos has been riding lights out. I think she gives an honest showing here. Usually from this barn, they can often give a start, but I think this one will be very well represented in this race.
Yeah, and then lastly is the 5. That's Cuckoo. Cuckoo from the barn of James Chapman. This is a horse already's made 6 starts for this 2-year-old filly. Coming here making career start number 7. You see 3 starts at Colonial and then a start at Kentucky Downs before coming over to here. And Cuckoo today, I'll be curious to see. I mean, you have the experience for sure. It's a big, good-looking 2-year-old filly. It's just a question of what she shows us in this spot.
Her most competitive races at Colonial were in maiden claiming company, so at least she's in the right spot. And as far as the most recent start, people look at that and say, oh, it's a big class drop. You just have to kind of completely ignore it.
Right.
People, they're taking a shot at Kentucky Downs with those big purses.
Yeah.
Even if you can run for a minor, it's still a huge check, so you go for it. But she just didn't belong. She belongs to the maiden claiming level. That's where they have her placed. I couldn't really pick her anything higher for a minor award, but again, I think she's well spotted here.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the 2 Ravelli firsters in here. We'll see if it's Richie's Golden Girl or Catalog Queen, or maybe one of the Joel Campbell runners. We start the 50-cent early pick 4 here in race number 2. Good luck.
Coming on the track for the second race, another 2-year-old race. This time fillies going 5.5 furlongs on the dirt. Field of 6, no changes. Win, play, show, exacta, trifecta, superfecta. Starts another daily double, another pick 3. Today's 50-cent early pick 4. 5 minutes till post. Number 1 is Kelly's Girl. Edamar Santos looks for both ends of the first daily double today. 2 Catalog Queen will be handled by Orlando Mojica. 3 She Stopped Short. Alexi Centeno aboard. 4 Racing the Light. Luis Colon. 5 is Cuckoo with Julio Felix. 6 Richie's Golden Girl. David Cohen will bring her to the gate, and it'll all be there in about 5 minutes. Kick off today's 50-cent early pick 4. Moving towards the gate, final call for your second race selections, including early pick 4 wagers, close to starting time. Less than a minute. Racing fans are at the starting gate for today's second race here at Hawthorne. Horses are entering the starting gate. Last two to go in will be She Stopped Short and Richie's Golden Girl. Waiting now for Richie's Golden Girl. She's in, they're all in the gate. They're off. Richie's Golden Girl out sharply for the lead. On the inside, Catalog Queen came away well between those two, racing the lights. She stopped short, 4 across the track, and a ding-dong battle for the lead. 2 more back to Kelly's Girl, and the early trailer is Cuckoo. Less than a half mile to go. She stopped short, now has her head in front, racing the light. Right there in second, Richie's Golden Girl, 3 wide third. Towards the inside, Catalog Queen back to fourth. Kelly's Girl alongside her fifth. 6 more back. Cuckoo starts to move from the back of the pack. They're at the top of the stretch. She Stopped Short has the lead. Around the turn, they're in the stretch. She Stopped Short in between horses, racing the light. On the outside, 3 deep, Richie's Golden Girl. Closing up in the red colors, Kelly's Girl. Inside the final furlong, here's Richie's Golden Girl up to challenge. She Stopped Short. Racing the light drops back third. They're in deep stretch. Richie's Golden Girl. She Stopped Short battles on, but Richie's Golden Girl will prevail. Almost a length. She Stopped Short second. Tight for third between Racing the Light and Kelly's Girl. In today's second race, number 6, Richie's Golden Girl finished first. 3, She Stopped Short second. 4, Racing the Light third. 1, Kelly's Girl fourth. 6:3:41 is posted. It's unofficial. 106.75 the running time. Now returning as the official winner, 6, Richie's Golden Girl. Richie's Golden Girl is owned by Richard Raven and Patricia's Hope Limited Liability Corporation of Vince Foglia. Larry Ravelli trains David Cohen, the winning rider. Richie's Golden Girl. Speaking of Golden Girls, look at the lovely Golden Girl in the winner's circle. Richie's Golden Girls, an Illinois foal 2-year-old filly by Golden Sense out of the Unbridled Song mare, Our Naughty Escapade. Richie's Golden Girl is bred in Illinois by Richard Raven. The second race is official, running time 106.75, prices in a moment. Exacta 6-3, $7.70. Trifecta 6-3-4, $27.85. Superfecta 6-3-4-1, $30.36. The first dollar daily double of the day, 6 and 6, $8.10. The third race today is Win Play Show Exacta Trifecta Superfecta. Starts another daily double, another pick 3. In the third race, scratch 5, Curls Night Out. Scratch 5, Curls Night Out. 11, Daisy May Attack will race. In the fourth race, scratch 6, 2 Cookie Rule. Fifth race has no changes. Fifth race starts the late pick 5. Post time in 23 minutes at 3:13. Racing fans, looking at to the ninth race, we have a program note on number 1, No Risk It, No Biscuit. The owner, Equine Futures Limited. The principal owner is Paul Jackson. Thank you.
Richie's Golden Girl getting the job. He's Last Chance opening up as the favorite here. And this is a horse from the barn of trainer Joel Zawitz. I know they were very high on this one first start out. That was the first 2-year-old race of the meet. And then after that, the horse has been away just a couple of works leading towards return. I was not expecting 2-1 though.
I wasn't either, but I definitely gave this one a mention because of that debut race that has been productive. They've given her 3 months since, which is a long time, especially for these 2-year-olds to develop. It's another quarter of the year in order to grow up. And going back to the debut, she made a positive pre-race appearance. She was also very green, completely missed the break that day. And I could see her take a step forward. I kept in the mix because I thought she'd be a long price. Maybe she drifts. It just shows how competitive this is. A lot of horses are taking some sneaky money in here.
Yeah, and I think the money will jump around a little bit as we do get closer to post time. By the way, congratulations to the Bears on a hard-fought victory, defensive victory there for sure, but congratulations to them winning their opener today. Now 2-1 on Jay-Z's Last Chance. After that, it means the board is pretty wide open. The 4, Bella Vittoria, I think, is one that's taken a little bit of action. That's who I liked in this spot. I know you gave a look to this one as well. 4-1 on the board from the barn of Brittany Vandenberg. All lost at the start in that last out, but then we found out a little bit about the racehorse too, because really came flying up into contention before giving way into the lane. But I think the shift to turf maybe helps this one get away from the gate a little bit better too.
And the experience alone, and Bella Vittoria is currently sitting at 9-2 on the board, but is favored both in the doubles and in the pick 3. And you mentioned her debut where she was just green, especially at the start. But that wide move was against the flow. It was a big effort. They come right back in here. Seems like a versatile type. Should have no problem handling the surface switch.
No, I like the way that she looks in the paddock right now. 9-2 on the board. I'd happily take that price as well, but we'll see if that holds true for Bella Vittoria. Now, a price that should not remain here is the price on the 3 horse right now. That's Reimagine. This one's 19-1 on the board. Comes from the barn of Louis Roussel. We've talked about the meet that Louis had. He's had a very good meet. This horse looks good in the walking ring, getting saddled on the move here. You're not going to get 19-1 come post time. I wouldn't expect. I'd expect you're going to get somewhere maybe now 5 or 6-1.
Yeah, probably one. It's one of those that's taking money both in the doubles and in the pick 3, and can certainly move forward off the experience. Going back to her debut, it was very credible. Had to rush up, and it looked like a prep race, one that needed more ground. Put in a big gallop out, and the same could be said for that August 22nd race. But more than that, she stumbled, had a legit stumble out of the gate, and that forced her to rush up. She just has had some subtle issues, and mentioning this barn, most of their success here has been on the turf, so I could definitely see her moving forward on the surface switch.
Yeah, I could see her moving forward as well too. I have her in the mix. I picked her second. Again, she's not going to be 19-1 in this spot. Now on the inside will be the 1. That's Billy C. Billy C gets David Cohen aboard for trainer Larry Ravelli. This horse with a nice pattern of drills, just kind of working consistently here leading towards the debut. But you know the barn is going to take action. You get a look at this one in the walking ring. Makes a good impression right now, and getting that back in your current second choice at 7-2.
She doesn't have the jump off the page works that you can often see from this barn, but does make a good appearance, looks very fit, is getting wagering support in here, which isn't a surprise. Sometimes these runners just get action from the connections alone, and it's tough to decide if that's live money on the horse or just betting the barn. I wanted to see others in this field just kind of based on that work tab, but again, these connections are good, certainly wouldn't surprise, but especially the way the board looks right now, I would take a shot elsewhere than 3-1 on the inside runner.
Yeah, now the one that's going to be right next to her is the 2. That's Stable Currency. 7-1 on this one. A Chris Block firster again. And the block firster in the first race ran well after that tough start. You get a look at this one here in the walking ring. Couple of handlers there. But Stable Currency, horse that's bred to handle the grass. Most recent drill, pretty quick. Wouldn't surprise me if this one puts forth a good effort today.
I wouldn't be surprised either. Based on look, she looks fine in here. Not quite the same visuals and in race 1 where they were really touting themselves in the opener. Again, I think she looks fine. She looks fit. Not necessarily screaming 5 furlong type turf sprint, but you know, we'll see how they go. This barn's more than capable.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And you tend to wonder with some of them, well, okay, if the 7.5 didn't go, well, then you're ending up at 5 or 5.5 for that first start. But you get a race under the horse, and as we saw in the opener, that one ran well. It wouldn't surprise me if this one comes running at him late in the lane. Now, a horse that draws into this race that you have to make note of is the 11. That's Daisy May Attack. Daisy May Attack from the barn of trainer Vance Childers. Israel Hernandez gets the call today. 24-1 on the board, but like I said, if this horse can get into the race, it's worth a look, and they thought enough to give this one a shot here, drawing into this spot.
Has some steady works coming into the race. Was also getting some sneaky money in the doubles. Saw that going from race 2 to race 3. We're currently seeing 24-1 on the board, but they might have bet in that last race. I wouldn't be surprised she comes running, and this barn can send out runners at long prices that more often than not outrun their odds.
Yeah, Vance Childers has been good on the turf, especially those turf sprints, a lot of times at decent odds too. So you're right, it would not surprise me by any means if this horse puts forth a good effort. And again, we don't mind the outside draw there. You just got to save a little bit of ground through the turn. But the horse makes a pretty good impression there.
She looks great. Yeah, she looks very fit, very race ready. I think they're excited that they drew in. She looks like she's going to give an honest effort.
Yeah.
And I also want to mention just real quick Jay-Z's Last Chance, because we didn't really get a look at them when they were settling, but I saw her walking around. She made another good appearance.
Yeah, we'll get one more look at that 9 horse in the walking ring there, unless she's tucked back into the stall, which she might have. But here, this is a good competitive race for the third. Again, going 5.5 furlongs in the spot. Reminder, Win Play Show, 12% takeout on Win Play Show wagers each and every day here at Hawthorne. Good luck with your selections. So head out momentarily for race 3.
On the track for today's third race, to go 5.5 furlongs on the turf. Scratch 5, Curls Night Out. Field of 10. No jockey changes, no overweights parading. Here they are. 1, Billy C.